Let's get out of here. We need an epic tale. Can't raise the sail yet.
You have likely never heard the story of the time Odin and Freya appeared before me on a dark winter's night. They caught...
Strike up a tune. Who will share a tale?
I know a crazed man about my age called Roku.
Have I ever told you the story about...
I am fairly certain you have. Anyone else with a tale to share before Dag starts talking again? Let's hear a story.
There was a woman called Nal who came by ship to Fornburg and heralded.
Not long before leaving for England, I made a solitary trek into the mountains east of Fornburg. I was looking for elk or deer or other game to bring home. But my luck was poor,
Take the mask
and I
down.
could find nothing worth my arrows. Coming up over a rise, I saw a rounded mountain ahead of me, with a strange narrow slit in the earth, running left to right. There appeared to be fresh water in this crevasse, which was strange, for it
Raise
was
the
on
mast!
its side. As I approached, the ground rumbled, and the
No raising the
crevasse
sail yet.
shuddered. Then it
We
opened,
can use the sail
as
here,
wide as a lake and ringed with color. Stepping back to take in the view, I realized with a shock what I was seeing. The Eye of Jormungandr, the world serpent. Yes, he sleeps near Old Fornburg, blessing us with his dreams. Oh, if we could return there now, I would show you the place. One day, maybe.
Sail!
One day
Catch the
I will
wind!
show you the place.
In my youth, I remember hearing the story of Calder, a fierce young woman whose father forbade her from swordplay and raids. Calder had skills to match or surpass any man in the clan. And so it was that her beloved Gapi asked her aboard his ship. Once again, Calder's father forbade her to leave, calling her soft and weak and fragile. But Calder ignored these insults and left. For a full spring, Calder and Gapi sailed the coast of Francia, raiding and plundering and taking much silver and riches. Then, in the early weeks of summer, a passing ship gave Calder the news that her mother had died suddenly. Calder was grief-stricken. Calder returned quickly home, only to find her mother there, alive and standing quietly beside her father. Calder was confused. Calder's father spoke with a sour voice. I sent a tale of your mother's death, for you were insolent. But now you are home, where you must stay. Hearing these words, Calder pulsed hot with rage. She slew her father and fled back to her ship, then set a swift sail for the horizon.
You salt skulls, got a story?
Have you heard me tell the tale of the 6 Christian missionaries I lured away from their faith into the worship of Almighty Thor?
You showed them how to turn the crosses into habit, simply by flipping them over. They fainted with joy. That tale?
Yes. Yes,
Drop
indeed.
the mast! Sing us a song. Set the mast up!
Sail is ready when needed.
Ready! Let's have a song. Sail out! Signal! We will pick up from there. I should not be seen in this area. Sing, my ravens.
Cannot raise the sail here.
Mast down. Raise the mast. Bring the mast down. Mast up.
This wind would
Let
fill
the sail out.
Big loop.
We can continue later.
Not possible.
Bows! We must row in these waters.
Shall we raise the sail, Eivor?
Is there a sea scald among you?
When I was 11 winters old, I was the youngest.
Some time ago, I met a wandering skald in search of a jarl or king to serve. He had not composed a verse in years, and was fearful of losing his skill. I said I knew many such great men. A few jarls, a handful of kings by name. But to my knowledge, all
Run
of
up
them
the
had
sail.
many skalds of...
Save it for later.
There. Cannot raise the sail here.
Not right now. Lower the mast. All right, back.
Ragnar the Ugly was an excellent saint.
Here is a story I have not told the man, for it happened only last month. I was sharing a mead horn with a beautiful woman. When she,
Her sisters, and her mother
Fast up.
all begged for your hand in marriage. Is that how this tale ends?
yes. Were you...
We can
Were
use
you
the
there?
sail here, Eivor.
You salt skulls, got a story?
Some years ago, I took to sea with a sword down.
Here is a tale I do not often tell. There was a clan, little known in the south, composed entirely of warrior women. And I... What?
Why you did not stay with them when they asked you to be their king dog, I will never understand.
Let's hear a story.
A story from my youth. This one has no...
We all remember when Eivor gave orders to attack Kjotve's clan in Avaldsnes. I knew even then
Mast
our chance
down.
of victory was slim. It was a fool's errand. But Eivor demanded we strike, and I am not one to disobey my superior. Such is the mark of an honorable man. You all know what followed. We set upon Kjotve's men and were
Raise the
overwhelmed.
mast.
You lot were captured and fit to be butchered, and Eivor here carried off.
Hush now.
Sail is ready when needed.
Sail out! We need an epic tale.
Here's a tale to tickle your sides.
Did I ever tell you all the story of how I...
Hold on, good Scott. Stories must wait.
In the early days of the feud between...
You might not be aware, but I am a man with considerable shipbuilding craft. In my youth, just 13 winters old, I designed...
We can continue later. Bring the sail in! Where were you?
In my...
During my 19th winter.
You may not know this, but Ragnar once asked me to lead his early assault on England myself. This would have been 8, maybe 10 years back. It's hard to say. The winters blow into one another like a great white fog. But I remember as if it were yesterday. Ragnar appeared at my home unannounced. Naturally, I welcomed him. He had traveled a great distance only to see me. So I poured him ale and fed him bread and listened as he talked. He was feeling anxious about his journey, leading so many men into such a great war. It was a burden he could not handle. It was then, with tears wetting his lids, that he said, "Dag, teach me the art of war. Lead us to England and to victory." But I shook my head. "Ragnar," I told him, "I have 2 weddings I must attend soon. Were it not for these, surely I would help you." Ragnar bowed his head. "Thank you, Dag," he said. "Though you will not be on my ship, you will be present in spirit, and that is enough."
Who will share a tale?
There was a woman called Nal.
You might not be aware, but I am a man with considerable shipbuilding craft. In my youth, just 13 winters old, I designed an improvement to our dragon boats. One that gave them extra strength. It is so common now that
No
none
other mast.
remember my genius design. But at the time, I was praised from the top to the bottom of Norway. I had been out sailing with my father when we hit a rough patch of ocean. Our boat
Set the
trembled
mast up.
like a frozen skeleton. We nearly broke to pieces, but I was not afraid. I was transfixed by the ship itself, watching it bulge and heave. As men screamed around me, I devised improvements to keep the hull solid and shapely. When we returned to port, the men vomiting and weeping
Bring the
around
masts
me,
down.
I shared my ideas with my Jarl. He thanked me well. In time, all our ships used my new design, and soon all of Norway. So you may thank me, not
Mast
the
up.
gods, for our smooth passage here.
Is there a sea scold among you?
Sailed. When I was 11 winters old, I was the youngest.
Here is a tale I do not often tell. There was a clan, little known in the south, composed entirely of warrior women. And
Why you did not stay with them when they asked you to be the king dog, I will never understand.
Have I ever told you the story about...
I am fairly certain you have. Anyone else with a tale to share before Dag starts talking again?
Don't raise the sail, Eivor.
Is there a sea scold among you?
I know a crazed man about...
You may not know this, but Ragnar once asked me to lead his early assault on England myself. This would have been 8, maybe 10 years back. It's hard to say. The winters blow into one another like a...
Hold on, good Scott.